And hello, everybody. This is MJ Hernandez, also known as the only A's talk show over here for the Baseball Podcast Network. We are going to have a good one, folks. We are going to talk about the interesting series of the Houston versus Oakland at Oakland 4-game series that's going to happen this weekend. Finish off this weekend, should I say? And then talk about the possibilities and the new surprise contributors that the Oakland A's might have in this season. Lots of things to talk about. Hopefully you guys can enjoy this episode. My name is MJ Hernandez, and this is A's Weekly. All right, that was Gorillas with Feel Good Incorporated, and this is basically a good feel-good type Friday after winning and defeating the first place Houston Astros yesterday, which was a really, really big accomplishment for the Oakland Athletics, beating them 7-6 with a big home run with Matt Chapman yesterday. Let's talk about that series a little bit. Mike Fiers came in the game feeling a little pretty good. I mean, this is the Mike Fiers that we have seen and loved. But yesterday he did struggle with the long ball, but he still went a good 6 innings. So that's something that you still have to admire for Mike Fiers, being the ace pretty much for this A's team, only allowing 5 runs. Which is a pretty big deal, but he hasn't allowed a lot of runs in a lot of his most recent outings, bringing down his ERA to a 3.46 ERA that was seen before as a sub-5 ERA in the beginning of the year. But ever since the end of March, we started seeing a little bit of different, not end of March, end of May, we started seeing a little different part of Mike Fiers, and this has really been one of the best years that he's had in his career, and I'm really, really happy to see Mike Fiers doing great. Yesterday was a little roughed up, but it's Houston. You know, Houston's always going to do damage to you. He actually pitched really well last time he faced Houston, only allowed 2 runs in 7.2 innings, so he was probably the main factor of that game. But this game, I mean, Houston had a really hot Coliseum. The Coliseum was really, really hot yesterday, touching 90 degrees during the day. So it was a hot night. The ball was traveling, no wind to knock it down. A lot of players loved that. I mean, we saw the record being broken for this season, 10 home runs by both teams in one game. And then there was actually 4 people going 2 home runs yesterday. Oli and Chappie with ours, and then Correa and Brantley with the Houston Astros. And Corbin had a homer yesterday, and also Bregman had 1 homer yesterday. So we got to see a lot of things going well for the Oakland Athletics. But one thing that went down, something that really kind of not irritated me, but made me worried some. I mean, Blake Trinan continues to struggle with any team, you know, and this is the little thing that we got to see with Blake. He got that first quick out, and then he gave up that homer to Michael Brantley to make the game tied again. He so far owns a 4.86 ERA, which is not too well for the former big-time closer of the Oakland Athletics, who got demoted as the closer and now is trying to be experimented as a setup man whenever Soria's not ready. So Blake Trinan needs to get something going. I mean, this is really worrisome. There's not other options for the Oakland Athletics bullpen. Liam Hendricks cannot do 2 innings every night, or else you get the same result as Blake Trinan and Lou Trevino, just a big workload. And I'm seeing Bob Melvin trying to use Yasmero Petit a lot with that, but it's been pretty crazy. But let's talk about Lou Trevino. Trevino is someone who was very, very important to the Oakland Athletics for a long time of last year. Very, very big bullpen piece for the Oakland Athletics last year. He was in his rookie year last year. He did wonders, big time wonders, going 2.92 with his ERA in 74 innings pitched, had 82 strikeouts, had FIP of 3.69. We saw him having little problems at the end of the season, but that wild card game was very impressive, going a very good amount in that wild card. I mean, it's literally impressive what he did last year with the Yankees, going 3 innings of scoreless baseball, only allowing 1 hit and 4 strikeouts. But we see Trevino not being used as much recently. This is a guy who does have overpowering stuff, a plus slider, plus fastball, very, very comfortable at big time situations last year. But this year, you start seeing the confidence going down. From July 13th, having a 4.39 ERA. Now, his last time pitching was August 7th. We are in the 16th of August. It has been almost more than 10 days. Today's going to be 10 days that he hasn't pitched in an MLB game. And before that was the 6th with the Cubs. And then before that was the 31st of July. So there's been large spurts of resting. But last time he's pitched, he allowed 2 runs, 1 homer, in 0.1 innings pitched, and now owns a 5.14 ERA, which is drastically big amount of allowed runs for Lou Trevino. I mean, we're used to seeing the Lou Trevino that's basically unstoppable, but this guy needs to turn things around. I mean, it's a shame because he does have the potential. He does have the amount of pitches that you need. Everyone was having high hopes of this bullpen. If the Hendricks thing worked out still, with Trinan and Trevino working as well, and Soria, this would be an unstoppable bullpen. But everyone's looks like they're having a down year. Soria's stat-wise, it looks a little better with the 3.57 FIP, but the 4.97 ERA, and just the hits that he allowed, it's still not too much. He does still have problems controlling the ball as well. So it's just something that you're just gonna have to deal with because these are guys that have the potential of being really good bullpen pieces, but it seems like nothing is working for this bullpen. But one candidate that we have talked about last time in the show was A.J. Puck being a reinforcement in the bullpen. Now, A.J. Puck is someone who does strike out a lot of people, but he does have a problem controlling the ball at times. So this might add into the problems of controlling for the bullpen. But let's see. The A.J. Puck that we know is a guy with power stuff, a plus fastball, plus slider, and a plus changeup recently. The curveball it could go good here and there, but he likes to stay away from the curveball a bit. Utilizes the changeup a little more than the curveball, but the slider is really the moneymaker right here because the fastball, we all know, any pitcher that can throw upper 95 is basically a guy that can have success at the bullpen. But it really depends on the secondary pitches. And this guy has a 3+ pitch repertoire to his game. The slider is a plus pitch, man. And this slider is crazy amount of movement. A lot of people compared him to Josh Hader if he does move to the bullpen type role when he does get called up, because Bo Mel is already saying, you know what, this guy is close to making his major league debut. It is sooner rather than later. In AAA, he's kind of having trouble, but it is, a lot of people like to use the Las Vegas excuse, the stadium being an extremely hitter-friendly park. But, you know, this guy does do a lot of things good. 14 strikeouts in 10 innings pitched with Vegas. But overall in the minor leagues, 24.1 innings pitched and 36 strikeouts, 10 walks, The homers are the things that are a big issue because he has allowed 7 homers in 24.1 innings, which is a drastically big number of homers. But I mean, hopefully with Oakland, with the space that you have in the Coliseum, that can reduce, because a lot of players, you heard Chapman the other day saying, this field and this ballpark, you wish that the fences were in, because most of the time, it's not like yesterday, a lot of the time. I mean, the rare hot weather that has the ball travel, I mean, it's really, or doesn't travel as much, I mean, it really is rare to see that, and it's usually the windy type of motion, the really cool type of night in Oakland, and it doesn't really travel as much, so it turns into an immediate pitcher-friendly park, especially with all the foul ball area that is very popular in Oakland, where you see those great catches. Remember the Donaldson catches, the Chapman catches, all this stuff that happens in the foul ball territory. So Puck may benefit from that because Stockton is a place where a lot of homers happen, a lot of good things happen at the bat, Midland as well, and Vegas drastically is a hitter-friendly type park. So, I mean, the A's do have hitter-friendly parks in all 3 of those levels, A+, AA, and also AAA. So hopefully AJ Puck can switch that in not having a lot of homer trouble for the season. But still, there's a lot of other reinforcement coming in. We have just signed Matt Harvey 2 days ago. Matt Harvey, as you know, the former big-time starter for the New York Mets. Yes, that Matt Harvey, the Dark Knight, is going to Vegas, experimenting that on a minor league deal with the Oakland Athletics. He will start Saturday. Now, one thing to know about Matt Harvey, the contract is not going to us. He did got released by the Los Angeles Angels, and which it was a deal that was for $11 million. He got released after owning a 7.09 ERA, 6.35 FIP, and really struggled. really struggled in 59 innings pitched. Home runs were the major issue. Now, what can we think about Matt Harvey? Harvey is a guy who can be very good for a good team. I mean, it's a very, very big low risk, high reward type situation, because if something works with Matt Harvey, you just got him for a minor league deal, which is extremely impressive that the A's can pull it off if it does happen. Now, if it doesn't work, you literally have nothing to lose. It's not taking up too much space because I think someone went on the injury list. I think it was Sky Bolt who went on the injury list, and then you really didn't have to move anybody because you put Matt Harvey in that situation. A good 2 or 3 starts should give you enough time to see if he is going to be a contributor or he's not. Now, with the Angels, however, he did not fit in well with the staff that didn't do great. I mean, Griffin Canning was one of the guys who really was impressive for the most part in the season, but now he's starting to die down a little bit. Tyler Skaggs, sorry, but he passed away. He was doing really well with the Angels, having a pretty good season, but then we know the tragedy that happened with Tyler Skaggs. Andrew Heaney's not having that great of a year either, statistic-wise. Jose Suarez is now a starter, but he is being very, very bad at the pitching spot. Trevor Cahill's not rebounding from last year. So it's really sad to see the Angels pitching staff struggling, but that's where Matt Harvey is coming from. Now, Matt Harvey